हमारी साउंड कहाँ से बढ़ा सकते हैं।
Namaskar. Good evening, all dignitaries present
Good evening.
here. With my sincere prayers to Almighty and His blessings to one and all present here, we are indeed happy and blessed to associate on this platform, on this precious episode dedicated to Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad Sir. And on this
पता नहीं कहाँ से
occasion, we are really blessed to have all his family members and research scholars and
आप दिख नहीं रहा है,
friends
लोग
who have joined here.
अदर से
I would now request
लोगों ने अपने कैमरे साइलेंट कर दिए।
Professor Lubna Siddiqui Madam to please propose vote of thanks. Sorry,
Welcome address,
please
ma'am.
propose welcome address. Yes, extremely sorry.
Good evening to everyone. It's my pleasure here to welcome all the dignitaries present here for this particular episode, that is the 61st episode of the online lecture series on founders and makers of modern geography in India, organized by Institute for Environmental Research and Rural Development, Patna, Bihar. We all are assembled over here so as to listen to our former colleague, who is the former professor and head Department of Geography, Jamia Millia Islamia, Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad's lecture, delivered by my colleague, the second senior most professor of our department, Professor Mary Tahir. So I would like to welcome the President, Professor Mohammad Ishtiaq sir, former professor and head Department of Geography, Jamia Millia Islamia, convener Professor S.V. Chavan, former professor and head Department of Geography, University of Mumbai, and ex-president of BGA India. I would also like to welcome our chief guest, Professor F.B. Mustafa, professor and chairman, Department of Geography and Dean, Faculty of Science, University of Malaya. I also would like to welcome the speaker for this particular session, Professor Mary Tahir, professor and former head Department of Geography, GMI. It's my pleasure to welcome the family members who are present, family members of late Professor Qazi Ahmad sir, daughter of Qazi sir, Mrs. Nazia, sons of Qazi sir, Mr. Saad Ahmad and Mr. Saeed Ahmad, and daughter-in-law of Qazi sir, Mrs. Nazish. I would also like to welcome the special guest, Professor V. Imaya Varaman, former head Department of Geography, K. Kamaraj University, Madurai, Tamil Nadu, and Professor Dashrath P. Angadi, Professor and Head, Department of Geography, Bangalore University, Bangalore. I would also like to welcome the guest of honor for this particular online session, Dr. Jayapal Ji, Associate Professor, Department of Geography, Kannur University, Kannur, Kerala. Professor Masood Hassan Siddiqui, Professor and former Head Department of Geography, Jamia Millia Islamia. I also would like to welcome the distinguished guest, Professor A.K. Bhagavati, former professor and head Department of Geography, Guwahati University, Assam, and ex-president IIG, Pune. Professor K.V. Chamar, former professor and head Department of Geography, MD University, Rohtak. Professor M.S. Gill, professor and former head Department of Geography, Punjab University, Patiala. And some few more special guests I would like to welcome. Dr. Yuvraj Singh Rathod, Associate Professor, Department of Geography, Janardhan Rai Nagar, Rajasthan Vidyapeeth, Udaipur. Dr. Narinder Nath Goria, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, Chaitanya Science and Arts College, Pamgarh, Champa, Chhattisgarh. And I would also like to welcome the observers, especially from SAGA, that is South Asia Geography Association. Professor Safdar Ali Shirazi, former professor and director, Institute of Geography, University of Punjab, Lahore. Professor Umesh K. Mandal, head of department, Central Department of Geography, Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu. Professor M.S. Islam, professor and chairman, Department of Geography and Environment, Dhaka University, Dhaka. Professor L.M. Dharmasri, Senior Professor and Chairman, Department of Geography, University of Kelaniya. Professor Parveen Satparshi, UGC Emeritus Professor, former Professor and Head, Department of Environmental Science, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Pune. Dr. Yazir, Lecturer, Department of Geography and Planning, Sharifsi College, Royal University of Bhutan, and Fidel Rehmati, Department of Geography, Kabul, Afghanistan, who is also working as a research scholar in Osmania University. And I also would like to welcome our colleague, Dr. Hassan Raja Naqvi, who is working as assistant professor over here and who will be delivering vote of thanks after the conclusion of this session. And I also like to welcome the person who is behind this series of online lectures commemorating the 100 years or celebrating the 100 years of Indian geography, Professor Devinder B. Singh, whom I met for the first time last year in May 2024 at Department of Geography, Aligarh Muslim University. He is a former professor, Department of Geography, Patliputra University, Patna, Director Researches, IERARD Patna, former co-chairman, Commission on Geography of Peace, Nagi, convener, Saga, and former president, AGBG. I also like to welcome the organizing secretaries, Dr. Amresh Kumar Rai, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Geography, Veer Kumar Singh University, Ara, Bihar, and Dr. Amit Kumar, Assistant Professor and Head, PG Department of Geography, Munger University, Munger. And I also like to welcome technical support, Dr. Dev Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, Magadh University. So with this, I want to conclude my this welcome address, and over to you, ma'am, Savit Chavan, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Lubna, Madam, for such a warm welcome address to one and all. Thanks a lot for being there and
Thank you,
gracing
ma'am.
this evening. Thank you so much. Uh, we are really pleased and honored to have with us our president of the session today, Professor Mohammad Ishtiyaq sir. Professor Mohammad sir, with your kind permission, I would like to proceed with our episode today, introducing our president of the session. Professor Mohammad Ishtiyaq sir was Vice Chancellor of Magadh University, Bodh Gaya, and officiating Vice Chancellor of Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi. Presently, sir is Vice Chancellor of IB University, Kishanganj. Sir has long teaching career experience of 40 years teaching geography in Jamia Islamia University and has 11 books and 60 research articles as publications to his credentials. Professor Mohammad Ishtiyaq sir, graduation degree is from Patna University and MA, MPhil and PhD degrees from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Sir has completed 10 research projects, of which 5 are national, while other 5 with collaboration of Hiroshima University, Japan. Sir has guided 19 PhD scholars who are now well placed in India and abroad. Sir has been a member of various academic administrative selection committees of universities and state governments. Sir has given very brief CV here for the session because they want due credit to be given to the episode that is to be delivered. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our
Thank you
invitation
very much.
and chairing the session as a president. We have,
Thank you very much for.
thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Please keep us blessed. Yes. I would now like to invite Professor Mary Tahir Madam, Professor and former head, Department of Geography, Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi, who has also been student of Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad sir, which is really a golden moment and a real tribute by Professor Mary Tahir to be a speaker of the occasion. And Professor Mary Madam has declined to give her CV because she wants due credit and time to be given to the episode of the session. Thank you so much, Mary Madam, for accepting our invitation to be the speaker of the session. And now I invite you to please deliver the same. Thank you so much.
Thank, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I am extremely honored. I hope I am audible, ma'am. I'm extremely, I'm so happy. I cannot tell how much happy I am and how much honored I'm feeling because I've been invited by Professor Devender sir on this 61st episode of online series on founders and makers of modern geography in India, which by Institute of Environmental Research and Rural Development. But the main thing is that this opportunity for me to speak about Professor Qazi sir, who is very close to us. He has taken care of us. Whatever we are, it's all because of him. So this is a very big opportunity, and I've got no words to say for that. But first of all, I would like to do the formal this thing. As far as we have the president with us, Professor Istiaq sir, convener Professor Chaman, and we have chief guest Professor Mustafa, and colleagues from the department, Professor Lubna Siddiqui, Professor Masood Hassan, and Professor and Dr. Hassan Raja. We have special guests and distinguished guests and observers from Saga, South Asian Geographers Association, and we have most importantly Professor Devender Singh, who is the big force behind the whole series that he has taken upon, and it is a very important task that he has taken upon to get everybody chained together so we are able to recall the hard work that has been put in by such great scholars of eminence, and because of whom the departments, the institutions are standing as of now. And we have the organizing secretariat and the technical support and all the audience. And most importantly, I am so happy that sir's family members are here. His wife is here, and his all three children are here. His daughter-in-law is also here, and I see many others also who have joined, who have been connected with Qazi Saab in one way or the other, as student, or they have been appointed by sir and so many blessings has been bestowed upon each one of us because of sir. So I will begin with these words. I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So we have with us over here biography of Professor Sayyid Qazi Mohammad Ahmad, who was born on 20th July 1933, and went to the heavenly abode on 24th November 1993. This is a very brief introduction regarding some of the salient features of his personality. Uh, he was a very cheerful, modest, and compassionate person. He had a large face, a hefty bone structure, and a wheatish complexion. In addition to his physical attributes, he was a very active and practical individual. When he was the head of the department and dean and other posts that he was holding, he always used to come by cycle only. He lived very simply with only the bare necessities. Even after many years, he was able to recall people by the names, personalities, and other characteristics because of his unique nature. He was very aware of the individuals in his immediate vicinity while he was both the department head and in administration. He approached difficulties with great composure and an open mind. The department was made more comfortable by his presence. This slide shows his brief family background. He's basically from Golauti, and he was very strongly connected with his village and his ancestors, and he used to love visiting over there very frequently. And in fact, he had requested his family that he should be buried there in Golauti itself. His father was a farmer, Sayyid Qazi Abdul Rahim, and his mother, Shamshadi Begum, was a homemaker. And he had two elder brothers, Qazi Abdul Salam and Qazi Mohammad Islam. Qazi Abdul Salam was a farmer, and Qazi Mohammad Islam was the vice principal of Anglo-Arabic School, New Delhi. His wife, Ma'am Sufia Khatun Zaidi, she did her masters in botany from AMU, and she was teaching in Jamia Millia Islamia. They have three beautiful children, Nazia Ahmad, Saad Ahmad, and Saeed Ahmad. All three of them engineers and located in different parts of the whole world, Canada, US, Australia. His early life and primary education, he was born in Golauti village and he attended government primary school in his hometown. Tragically, he lost both parents at the age of 12, but found strength and support in his family as his brothers took care of his life and education. And later on, Professor Qazi took care of the education of his brothers' children and grandchildren. He demonstrated resilience and a passion for education despite early hardships. His secondary and higher secondary education was from UP board in 1949, was a secondary education and high secondary in 1951. He did his graduation in honors in geography in 1954 from AMU, and he was a gold medalist in spite of his difficult upbringing. But he was a gold medalist for academic excellence, and he got the Master of Science in Geography in 1956. And he also did Bachelor of Education in 1957. He got his doctoral degree in 1972 from AMU, and his research topic was land use in the districts of Gurgaon and Rohtak. He was supervised by Professor Emeritus Mohammad Shafi, the world famous professor on agricultural geography. He focused on regional land use patterns and development in his research. His professional career began in Jamia Millia when he joined as a temporary lecturer in geography on September 16, 1958, while he was doing his PhD. And he was all alone when he started the department. There was nobody else. He was the first one to be appointed. He was interviewed for the permanent post of lecturer on 31st July 1960 and confirmed on 1st August 1960. After that, he was interviewed for the post of reader in geography on 5th July 1973 and joined on 9th August 1973. He was promoted to professor on 6th December 1983. He held innumerable administrative positions in Jamia Millia. There is not one post that he has not held in Jamia. All the administrative posts he has held. As head, as head, he was there from 1958 till 1993, spanning more than 3 decades, 3.5 decades. Then he was the kitchen in charge. He was the officiating proctor and proctor, member of academic council, warden in charge, dean, officiating dean, and then dean, chief warden of hostels and kitchen, manager of Jamia Millia Senior Secondary School, controller of examination, DSW, cultural coordinator. You can name, the list is unending. He has held various administrative positions in Jamia Millia. Anywhere you go in the university, the board, everywhere you will find his name on the board. These are some of his beautiful pictures that has been sent by his, shared by his daughter, Nazia Ahmad. As a teacher and administrator and as a human being, he was a very inspirational teacher, motivated students to achieve goals with a personal vision for each. He remembered students even decades after graduation. When I joined Jamia Millia, I was doing my PhD when he told me to come and join here. I was doing my PhD, but then he made it a point to see that my classes were lined up in the morning itself so that in the afternoon I could go to JNU and do my PhD work. But before going to JNU, he knew that I had to have lunch somewhere. So he used to tell me that you come home, have lunch at my place, and then only you go directly to JNU. So then from Jamia, he used to travel directly to JNU. So he had, and he said, He told me that, you carry on with your studies so that your PhD can be completed in one go, along with the teaching that I was doing here. So he had a vision for each one of us. He taught geography of India using real life examples from his extensive travels across India. He was an exceptional administrator. The department grew from one single person, that is he himself, to 11 faculty members, and there were four supporting staff during his tenure as head between 1958 and 1993. He personally traveled across Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana, and Mewat to enroll students, because that was the time when Jamia Millia, there was dearth of students, there was dearth of staff, there was dearth of infrastructure, nothing was there. So single-handedly he had to do things. He helped establishment of other departments, including biosciences and law. He introduced remote sensing and cartography. Our department of geography, Jamia Millia, is one of the pioneer department in remote sensing. He knew that remote sensing is very important tool, and he had sent Professor S.M. Rashid at that time to Dehradun for the training, and he came back and the remote sensing was introduced. He curated essential academic resources for the department, such as maps, instruments, rocks, minerals. As a human being, he was a role model to many students and colleagues. He never became impatient and was never selfish, and his students never saw him tired. He was always very active and happy. He used to make everybody around him happy and relaxed. Some of the major contributions of his: Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad was deeply passionate about the growth and development of Jamia Millia Islamia. His dedication to the university went far beyond the classroom. He played a pivotal role in shaping departments, academic programs, and development of institutional infrastructure at a time when finances were very limited. His, he had visionary leadership in geography, established a full-fledged undergraduate department of geography in 1971. Although he had come to Jamia in 1958 and he started teaching geography, but a full-fledged department began in 1971. Then he introduced PG Diploma in Cartography in 1979, upgraded to postgraduate department in 1984, and introduced remote sensing specialization in post-graduation in 1987. He appointed highly qualified faculty members to strengthen the Department of Geography. Sir played a pivotal role in the appointment of Professor Majid Hussain, Professor Sayyid Sajid Hussain, Professor Mohammad Mazhar Ali Khan, Professor S.M. Rashid, Professor Shehnaz Parveen, Professor K.N.P. Raju, Dr. Mohammad Abuzar, Professor Mohammad Firoz Khan, Professor Mohammad Ishtiaq, Professor Rocket Ibrahim, Professor Masood Ehsan Siddiqui. He helped in the appointment of supporting staff, namely Mr. Yasin Khan, Mr. Rizwan Ahmed, Mr. Afsar Ali, Mrs. Gadir Fatma, Mr. Shafiq, Mr. Narendra Kumar Saini. Expansion of sciences at Jamia Millia. As dean, he was the one who proposed Center for Physical Sciences way back then and Center for Biological Sciences. He developed BSc level labs and acquired research instruments. He facilitated the appointments of Professor Amin, who because of him, MSc and BSc Biosciences began. And through him, we had Professor Arif Ali also joined during, because thanks to Professor Qazi sir. And Arif Ali went on to, he was the founder of the Department of Biotechnology later on. And Qazi Saab, he had a very important role, as he was the founder of the self-financing school at Jamia Millia. When the time was, a lot of Kashmiri migrants were coming to Delhi when the turmoil began in late 80s and early 90s in Kashmir. So the Kashmiri students were finding difficulty. So at that time, he was the one who said that let us begin this self-financing school. So and even till now it is running and with full strength. He took a very important role in the establishment of the law department, and he gave the idea that we can also have a mock court so that the students can practice the way the working of a court. Some of the PhD theses that have been supervised by Qazi sir Because he belonged to an agricultural family's interest in the development of farming sector and tribal communities is reflected in the PhDs done under his esteemed supervision. So we have some of the theses, namely one by Dr. Tahir Hussain, spatio-temporal analysis of agricultural workers in Haryana with special reference to Mewat. Then there was by Dr. Ram Nivas Yadav, changes in the cropping patterns in Narnaul Tehsil, Haryana. Then Dr. Alimul Haq Khan, the impact of new agricultural technology on the socio-economic life of Tharus, a tribal community of UP. Then human fertility in northern India by Professor Mohammad Firoz Khan was also under the supervision of Professor Qazi sir. We can say that his legacy is unending, and but still we have to say complete it in few words. His was a journey of resilience and excellence. He rose from early hardships to become a respected academician and leader, from a small village in Uttar Pradesh to a pioneer at Jamia Millia Islamia. Beyond academics, he was a mentor, visionary, and compassionate human being. He championed education in Urdu language. He donated, I came to know very recently that he had donated his home in Zakir Nagar for those same migrant Kashmiri students because the hostel facility was lacking. So he agreed to give his own house for the sake of the Kashmiri students till the new hostels were constructed. His enduring legacy was such that he built very strong academic foundations and nurtured future scholars. His life exemplifies simplicity, empathy, and dedication. He continues to inspire generations through his value and service. This biography has been a journey of discovery made possible through the support of many. Gratitude to academic mentors, mainly Professor Mohammad Mazhar Ali Khan, Professor Masood Hassan Siddiqui, Professor Arif Ali, Mr. Narendra Kumar Saini. Thanks to Professor Qazi sir's family and Dr. Qazi Mohammad Irfan, his nephew. Then Professor Sayyid Shakib Irfan, his grandnephew, who is a maths professor in Aligarh Muslim University, and his daughter Nazia Ahmad for sharing family details and invaluable insights. Gratitude to research scholar Shrija Das in the compilation of the contributions of Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad. Special thanks to Jamia Millia Islamia for access to the archives. Heartfelt appreciation to all who contributed directly or indirectly to this work. And I'm very sorry if I've left out anybody by mistake. Please do accept my apologies for the same. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Mary, for your detailed biography of Professor Qazi Ahmad sir, covering almost all the aspects, and the most important is the human touch that is there, the kindness, the big heart. And almost I feel most of the professors of those generations has really done the same type of care, love, and I'll say have helped in their career to grow, So we were really very lucky to and blessed to have such good professors in our life. So we are today what we are. So thank you so much, Mary Madam, for such an excellent presentation, giving entire minute details of the entire journey of Professor Qazi and his contributions in various sectors of the society, economy, and academic administration. Thank you so much. Without taking much time, with permission from our president, sir, I would like to invite firstly the family members of Professor Qazi sir to please give their brief, I'll say brief words on this occasion. Family members from Professor Qazi sir, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nazia. I'm the eldest child of Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad. And on behalf of my mother and our entire family, I want to extend our heartfelt thank you to each one of you who came today to honor our father. It means a lot to us to see his legacy continue in the company of those that he held in high esteem. He loved all of you. You know it. And more than his colleagues, you were family to us. So thank you so much for making us part of this. My siblings will also say something, Saad and Nazish, and my brother has also joined. So I'll let them.
Yeah, hi, I'm Saad. Our father always valued his colleagues deeply, and we are fortunate that we grew up surrounded by such learned and thoughtful individuals. Your presence here is a testament to the respect and affection he shared with you all. Thank you.
Saeed is online.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm the youngest of the kids. By Allah's grace, my siblings and I went on to study engineering at Jamia and build our lives, guided by the values he instilled in us. I think one of the biggest values was he created lasting relationships, and I think we can see this all here. Sorry, I'm choking up by seeing all the love that has been poured. Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Nazish Fatma, and I'm the daughter-in-law of Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad. Thank you so much for an insightful presentation. It's like really heartwarming. Abu is remembered with deep affection by all who knew him. May Allah grant him the highest place in Jannah. Ameen. Thank you once again for coming today. It means more to us than words can express. Thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else from the family?
Would like to say something.
Sure.
Nazia, your mom will like to say something. Anything?
Thank you so much, Mary and all.
Thank you so much, all the family members, madam, daughters, sons, daughter-in-law, for gracing this event occasion. We are really blessed and also feel obliged and happy to have you here with us. It's really a very rare occasion to have the entire family members for the episode of their own, I would say, the founder and person of the family, Professor Qazi. So it's really, I really don't have words, you know. It's a very rare occasion that the entire family is able to join to grace this particular golden moments of the contribution given by their own family member, Professor Qazi sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for sparing your valuable time and being there with us.
Ma'am, just 1 minute. I would like to say, Professor Arif sir would also like to say something. I'm sure he would like to say.
Sure,
Professor
sure.
Arif sir and Mr. Saini also.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Please.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
You are
Yes.
audible.
Yeah, I am Arif Ali. And I am thankful to Professor Mary Tahir and rest of the organizers for considering me capable of speaking at this August's meeting, which is remembering Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad Sahab. I do not have much to contribute in the subject of geography vis-a-vis Professor Ahmed. But since I was born and brought up in Jamia Millia Islamia itself, Although I have not studied in Jamia, but our close relationship with Professor Qazi was through my father, who was one of the founding members of Jamia Millia Islamia. I was teaching in Delhi College, University of Delhi, when I will narrate a small incident. When the UGC sanctioned two centers, establishment of two centers in Jamia Millia Islamia, Center for Biological Sciences and Center for Physical Sciences. And I'm sure the preparation of this proposal must have a great input from Professor Qazi, who told me that he had done BSc. So he had some insight into the sciences. And it was sanctioned. But when it was sanctioned, it was given two positions, one for professor and one for assistant professor. It's a long story which I have told Professor Mary Tahir, and she might publish it or send some souvenir or something. But what happened was that Qazi Muhammad Ahmad Sahab, he contacted me that Arif, we have this center sanctioned and we do not have much insight into the requirements of the laboratory facilities. And since you are teaching BSc classes in Delhi University, so we would like to take your help in listing the equipment that we might need for teaching of BSc. And in Jamia, I could not say no to him because he was so patronizing, so affectionate, and soft-spoken. I prepared a list and gave it to him. Then he said that, Arif, we have to now make procurement of these equipments and instruments. Can you help me in identifying the vendors and other things, which I did. And finally, a moment came when the appointments were to be made somewhere in September. I think in July, when the session begins in Jamia. So for the post of professorship, he selected a person who was trained in Germany. I mean, look at his vision, that he wanted someone with a qualification who was thoroughly into science. And he picked up Professor Mohammad, who was at that time serving in JNU. And mostly he had studied in Germany. So when he was asked to submit his application for the position, he refused. He said, I will not come. But the diligence and perseverance that Professor Qazi Muhammad possessed, he made it a point that he is appointed. He is the only one person who has to be appointed for this position, because it is the first position in this area which will lay the strong foundation for a successful department. But Professor Amin did not apply. He didn't apply. Neither he appeared for the selection committee. And in the evening, when I was sitting at his residence in Nasim Bagh in Jamia Millia Islamia, a messenger came and he said that, sir, you have been appointed as professor. Professor Amin was aghast. He said, I have not even applied. I have not even appeared for selection committee. But Professor Qazi and his colleague, the vice chancellor then, Professor Ali Ashraf Saab, they thought that he is the only candidate who can fill this position, and he convinced his German wife and Professor Amin to kindly join, and eventually he joined. And then what happened in Jamia Millia Islamia in the field of research in the Faculty of Natural Sciences is a history. He established a very innovative program for master's degree in biological sciences. And later on, when September came, he asked me, Arif, you also join. And this was one of his conditions to join in Jamia Millia Islamia, that if I join, then Arif has to come. And finally, I came to Jamia Millia Islamia. And since then, I was in very close contact with Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad, and then I understood and recognized the potential and the vision and the perseverance that Qazi ji had. I mean, he had a vision of a great university in his mind, which he wanted to actualize, which he wanted to establish in Jamia Millia Islamia. And then many people joined, and now, after the establishment of Biosciences Department, it led to the creation of Department of Biotechnology. It led to the creation of master's courses in biochemistry, microbiology, and today it is considered as one of the premier departments in the School of Life Sciences. Unfortunately, I did not continue my contacts with Professor Qazi, but people I know in Jamia Millia Islamia, they hold him in very high esteem. Positions that he held, Professor Mary has already told you, it was because of his dexterity that he fits into all kind of administrative and teaching role. He established a very well-established, good, reputed Department of Geography, and he is also responsible for the establishment of life sciences, establishment of physical sciences, and I think to some extent in establishing the Faculty of Engineering with the help of Professor Jalaluddin, who was the principal of Polytechnic at that time. So his contribution is great, and unfortunately we don't give him the credit that he deserves, and I'm thankful to this association, I don't know what it is, who is recognizing the might and great contribution in the field of academics by Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad. I wish that wherever he is, he stays in paradise with his deeds that he committed here, and I wish his entire family very good luck and best wishes. His wife, incidentally, I had known her during my MSc days in Aligarh Muslim University Department of Botany, where we used to look towards her with an awe. Her seriousness, his serenity, they all impressed us. And then later on, we met quite some time in Jamia Millia Islamia when she joined Jamia as a teaching faculty. I wish all of them a great success and wish that they achieve even greater heights. Thank you, Professor Mary Tahir and Professor Shardanand Chaudhary and what all those who are organizing it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak my heart about Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad Sahab. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Arif Ali sir, for your memory lane down the years and unveiling those facts which are not known to us. I would request you to please pen down all these things that you have said just now and kindly pass it on to Professor Mary so that she would give it to Dr. Devendra Singh sir, which will go into the publication of the uh, biography of Professor Qazi, which will be shortly published in the form of encyclopedia. So my humble request to you to please pen down these aspects which really are very precious because all these visionaries and the masters of those days have contributed not only to the growth of the department students, but to the growth of the nation and the economy as a whole. So it matters a lot for us. Thank you so much for being there. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Savita
Yeah.
Vilas Chavan, and I will do it. I will do it.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. I would now request Professor N.K. Saini, sir, to please give brief comments.
Good evening, everyone. मैं नरेंद्र सैनी, रिटायर्ड कार्टोग्राफर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी जामिया मिलिया इस्लामिया। अब मैंने अपने करियर की शुरुआत इसी डिपार्टमेंट से की और मेरे करियर को बनाने में काजी साहब का बहुत बड़ा हाथ था। मैंने कार्टोग्राफी कोर्स के लिए जब जामिया में अप्लाई किया तब मेरे बीएड के एग्ज़ाम अजमेर में चल रहे थे और जब यहाँ इंटरव्यू हुए तब मेरा लास्ट एग्ज़ाम था। जब मैं वहाँ से आया यहाँ पर इंटरव्यू के लिए तो इंटरव्यू ख़त्म हो चुका था। मैंने काजी साहब से रिक्वेस्ट किया कि सर मेरे को एडमिशन लेना है और हर हाल में कार्टोग्राफी ही करना है। तब काजी साहब ने कहा कि कमेटी मेंबर्स को कह दीजिए मैंने कहा है वो आपका इंटरव्यू करवाएंगे। लेकिन जब मैं कमेटी के पास आया तो उन्होंने कहा कि हम कैसे मानिए कमेटी ने काजी साहब ने कहा है कि इंटरव्यू करा दें, कुछ लिख के दिया है क्या? मैं फिर काजी साहब के घर वापस गया और मैंने कहा सर कमेटी मेंबर्स कह रहे हैं कुछ लिख के दिया है क्या? तो तब काजी साहब ने एक पेपर उठाया, प्लेन पेपर पे साइन किया और कहा कि जो कमेटी मेंबर्स लिखना चाहे ना वो इस पे लिख ले पर इंटरव्यू करा दें। तो जैसे तैसे होके मेरा इंटरव्यू और मेरा एडमिशन हो गया और बस मैं फिर यहाँ पर एज ए कार्टोग्राफर मैंने ज्वाइन किया था 94 में। काजी साहब का एक वाकया मुझे याद आता है कि एक बार काजी साहब बनारस जा रहे थे तो साथ में अपनी हेल्प के लिए लैब अटेंडेंट को ले लिया। तो एक जंक्शन पे जब ट्रेन रुकी तो उन्होंने अटेंडेंट से कहा कि सुनो एक काम करो 2 चाय ले आओ, हम दोनों पियेंगे। तो अटेंडेंट कहने लगा नहीं सर मुझे तो डर लगता है, मैं तो ट्रेन में से नहीं उतरूंगा, गाड़ी चल पड़ी तो कि नहीं अभी रुकेगी यहाँ गाड़ी। ना सर मेरे को डर लगता है मैं नहीं उतरूंगा। तो काजी साहब ने कहा ठीक है तुम मेरे सामान की देखभाल करो मैं चाय लेके आता हूँ। तो काजी साहब अटेंडेंट के लिए चाय लेके खुद आए। तो काजी साहब का जो स्वभाव था बहुत ही सरल और सहज प्रवृत्ति का था। जब हम बीए करके काजी साहब से मिलने गए तब सर ने एक बात कही जिससे हमारी आंखें भर आई थी। उन्होंने कहा कि मुझसे कोई गलती हो गई हो तो मुझे माफ करना। रियली हमारी आंखों में आंसू थे कि सर ये आप क्या कह रहे हैं, जो चीज जो हमें कहना था वो आप हमसे कह रहे हैं, हमें अच्छा नहीं लग रहा। जब भी काजी साहब का शब्द कानों में पड़ता है तो उनकी सूरत एकदम ऐसे आंखों के सामने आ जाती है कि जैसे अभी भी वो हमारे साथ ही रहते हो। और या यूं कहिए कि जैसे अगर कोई ये कहे ना कि राम का स्मरण करो तो रामायण में जैसे अरुण गोविल की शक्ल याद आती है तो ठीक ऐसे ही काजी साहब के हमें शक्ल याद आ जाती है। बस इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ में विश्राम लेता हूँ। नमस्कार।
Thank you so much, Professor Seni sir, for your heart-touching words, which matters a lot. It will definitely get quoted in the publication. The kindness and the generosity and down-to-earth nature of Professor Qazi. Thanks a lot, sir. I would like to know whether our chief guest, Professor Mustafa Madam, is present here. Professor Mustafa Madam from University of Malaya.
Yeah, she is present.
Okay. Madam, please say a few words. I'm not able to trace her in the participants list. Is Madam present?
Hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Madam. Yes.
Okay. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the organizer for inviting me. Today is not just an event, but it's a special event. Actually, it's a deep respect and heartfelt gratitude. And I'm here today for special lecture devoted for Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad. Is one of the most eminent figure in development of modern geography in India. Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad was not only a scholar, exceptional, brilliant, but also a mentor, a nation builder, and tireless advocate for modern geography. May his legacy of Professor Qazi Mohammad continue inspiring future generation in India and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Mustafa Madam, for joining from so far and gracing this event by your auspicious presence. Thanks a lot for being there with us. I would now like to request our distinguished guest, Professor A.K. Bhagavati sir, founder, professor and head Department of Geography, Guwahati University from Assam, to say a few words. Professor A.K. Bhagavati.
Yes, please. Good evening. Thank you, madam, for giving me an opportunity to speak a few words. So, President Professor Ishtiaq, then Chief Guest FB Mustafa, Professor Siddiqui, Professor Gill, Professor Shaman, Professor Soptosi, and my dear friend Devendra Singh, and the convener, the most respected Shavanji. So actually, I was listening from the beginning. I'm really very happy. I did not know much about Professor Qazi, but then from Mazid Hussain, I was very close to Mazid Hussain. Mazid Hussain was in Ceylon for some time. Then in with my department also, he had a close relation, and I had frequent conversation with him. And from Mazid Hussain, I came to know about Qazi. And I'm really, particularly, we have a lot of geographers in the country contributing towards development of geography, and but then this case, particularly Professor Mohammad, Professor Qazi Mohammad, is something special because his students, then his colleagues, they have narrated such a nice things about his personality, and particularly the kind-hearted man is so nicely reflected by his colleagues and students. Really amazing and really admiring. I'm very happy. And the way he built up the department as well as the entire university in different capacities, I think the way he actually contributed in administration, then in making the department and the science and other faculty schools and all that, that reflects his very close and very deep association with the university. This is really great. Nowadays, we don't find this kind of man, to contribute not only to his own department, own students, but to the entire university. This is really very interesting and very important. And he also actually took initiative to actually introduce remote sensing and geographical information system. That is also something very different. So Jamia Millia Islamia, the Department of Geography, is very good, and it has contributed towards development of the subject geography, particularly from the point of view of application of the modern technologies and all that. And this department had a close relation with Aligarh Muslim University department. I had the opportunity to meet Professor Safi, who actually introduced the concept of land use studies, and he was trained in UK, and he actually developed this idea in our country. And Professor Qazi also, he also contributed particularly in land use studies. This is really very important. If the life and works of such a person, such a professor is included in our some of the volumes, particularly, the entire country will be able to know about Professor Qazi. Professor Qazi, he was born, I think, in 1933, and he died in 1993. Therefore, life was not very long. But even then, and I have seen his family also, his colleagues and families. That is also very important. How he actually developed his family as well as the colleagues and all that. And particularly Arif Z, he has narrated how that particular science department was actually developed by him. These are very interesting things. I'm very grateful to the entire family, to him, and also the all of you for actually giving us the opportunity to know about such a nice person. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Professor Bhagavati sir. You have absolutely commented very apt remarks. Uh, Professor Qazi sir has not only worked only for his subject, but he has developed all other disciplines in the university in a very holistic manner. And the need of the hour, that is in future, which sectors of the these branches are going to have more demand. So very rightly he had that vision, and accordingly he has developed the department. Otherwise, many times we see that we just cater to our own subject, but sir has not done that way. He has taken care of the entire university and all the branches and faculties, and in a very holistic way, the growth and development of the university was being done that benefited in a long way to the students and the society as a whole. Thank you so much, sir, for aptly pointing out the points of sir's biography. Thanks a lot. I would now like to invite
Ma'am, Professor Masood Hassan Siddiqui
yes,
would also
our guest of
take the
honor,
point. Yeah,
Professor Masood Siddiqui, sir,
yeah.
Professor, Department of Geography, Jamia Millia University. Professor Siddiqui, sir, please.
Good evening, madam, and all. Uh, it was a nice presentation by Professor Mary. I mean, the way she tried to highlight the academic credentials of Professor Qazi, of course, is beyond imagination. Uh, in fact, before saying anything about Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad, I would, at the very outset, like to express my sincere thanks to the association, to the organization for organizing such a fruitful lecture presentation in the memory of Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad. In fact, I joined as a lecturer, as a temporary lecturer in the headship of Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad and had a close association with him throughout his life. I'm sorry to say that I could not to him in the last days because he left to the heavenly abode on 24th November 1993, and my wife was hospitalized. So I could not visit to the hospital. And his death was really a loss, not an academic loss, but rather it was a personal loss to all of us. Uh, I would also like to thanks to the organization because after a long gap, almost 25 years, through this organization, I can see Nazia, Saad, and Said. Though I fail to differentiate between Saad and Said, but the kind of and Mrs. Qazi is there. So this is a privilege for us. And when by having a look at them, it pulls us to the back of history, to the initial phase of our career, where we normally used to stay with Qazi Sahab in the department after the classes, enjoyed a cup of tea, किसी न किसी के साथ कुछ ना कुछ हरकतें होती रहती थी. And then from in the department, since I was his tenant also, so we used to come to the residence in the evening and walk. Qazi Sahab was, what Mary has talked is about his one aspect, academics, his personality at academics are in the official capacity. But since I was there, is too close to him for almost 5 to 6 years, 7 years, I observed him very closely. I am confidently saying that he was the man to whom everybody admires, and will continue to admire because he was the man of love, affection, care, everything. I become a little bit emotional when I try to recall his support and kindness to me, to my family. Really, he was a man who must be remembered, and I pray Almighty that he stay in peace in Jannatul Firdaus. And through this platform, I would like to request to the family members, to Nazia, to Saad and Said, that whenever they visit Delhi, please give us a call. We would like to sit with him because I have seen these children growing. So it is my desire to see them as a grown-up child and who are successful professionals, a successful family. So this will be a pleasure for us. And what to say about a person who is whose personality is exceptional. Whatever we say, that will be, I mean, what a kind. क्योंकि तारीफ जितनी भी की जाए तारीफ कम होगी, बल्कि हम इज्जत देने के बजाय कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि हम कुछ गलत बोल जाएं. So we cannot explain his credentials. Academics are one thing, because this was the time two kind of people are there. Professor Qazi Saab has established the department. He strengthened, he developed number of departments in the Jamia and tried to strengthen the foundations of Jamia. This was the time where he tried to choose, I'm not praising myself, but this was the time when he tried to choose the best of the minds available in the country. I would like to see to ask to the members that please go to the website of the Jamia and you will find the contributions of Professor Qazi indirectly in strengthening and building the Department of Geography. So I would like to just stop and convey my regards to the family members and must extend my thanks to the organizers, Professor Mary, for making the presentations in a niceful manner. So all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Masood sir. What you said, हम हमेशा कहते हैं कि आपने क्या कमाया जिंदगी में. तो whatever this I'll say memories are being given here of Qazi sir, that is all sir has earned all through his life. Care, love, respect, everything, everything. And that shows what great personality sir was. We are really fortunate and blessed to know all these contributions of great geographers in our country because of Devendra Pratap Singh sir, due to this particular episodes of founders and makers of modern geography in India. Thank you so much, sir, for being there. And another thing, you will be able to meet all the family members because Devendra Singh sir will be announcing it on 5th September. We are going to have a big program in Delhi where this public episodes will be published in the form of encyclopedia, where family members will also be invited. So please do join us there. We will be pleased to have you along with us. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. I would now like to invite our distinguished guest, Professor K.V. Chamar sir from Rohtak, Haryana. Professor Chamar sir, please. Sir, are you there? Professor Chamar sir from MD University, Rohtak.
Yes,
Okay,
he's there.
Probably he is off screen. Okay, by the time he comes back, I would like to invite Dr. Narendranath Guria sir, Assistant Professor from Chhattisgarh, to please say a few words.
Thank you,
Dr.
Madam. First of all, Pranam Chauhan, Madam. Today is very special. All respected faculty members, dear students, and dear guests, and all research scholars. Today, I want to talk about the founder of Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi, and their significant contribution to the field of geography. Basically, Jamia Millia Islamia was since 1920 by the group of visionary educators, including the Maulana Mohammad Hassan sir, and also there today Professor Qazi Mohammad sir and Hakim Ajmal Khan sir. And these leaders recognize the importance of education in shaping the future of our nation. Basically, in the Department of Geography, Professor like Dr. Professor Qazi Mohammad sir have made notable contribution to the field. Their research and teaching have helped shape the mind of future geographers and researchers also and the departments focus on human geography, physical, and also remote sensing GIS in the significant role in our not only India, all over world, and has enabled students to gain a comprehensive understanding of the complex relationship between their human societies and their the environment. The founders and vision and the department commitment to academic excellence have made Jamia Millia Islamia renowned institute for geography studies. And especially thank you, heartfelt congratulations to Professor D.P. Singh sir on your dedication, expertise, and passion for geography have earned you this well-deserved recognition. Wishing you contribute continued success and inspiring future generation for geographers. And basically researchers today, they are very important. This program is a crucial researcher as the important enhanced research skill and knowledge and explore their interdisciplinary approaches, and also Jamia Millia and present time and the more research, and especially remote sensing, human geography, also their physical, and not only the small area, in the broad area, also improve the research quality and impact. So last of all, thanks to all organizer and all teams of Saga and all organizers. Chuan Madam, Namaskar. DP Singh sir, Namaskar. Thank you to all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Narakul sir, for your appreciation and gracing the occasion by your presence. Thanks a lot. I would now like to invite our president of the session, Professor Mohammad Ishtiyaq sir, to please give his presidential remarks.
Thank you, madam. You have conducted very nicely this session. First of all, I congratulate you for taking this responsibility and managing very nicely to conduct this program. I once again thankful to you for convening this program so nicely. The Honorable Chief Guest, Professor F.B. Mustafa, Head Department of Geography, University of Malaya. The speaker of today's program, Professor Dr. Mary Tahir, former head of the Department of Geography, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. Yourself, convener, Madam, ex-head of the Department of Geography, University of Mumbai, Professor Lubna Siddiqui, a very good orator of the Department of Geography, Jamia. And I am happy to see that Professor, very senior Professor, M.S. Gill Sahab is also here in this program. Saptarishi is another senior professor of geography and environmental studies. Other special guests, distinguished and other guests, and other people who are also, I think more than 70 persons have been joining this program. My heartfelt good evening to everyone, and thankful that those who have contributed in this program. First of all, I am thankful to Professor Lubna Siddiqui, who has very nicely introduced all the members who have joined this program. I'm very happy to see the galaxy of the geographers, learned geographers, who have been attending this. Many of them are the old faces, and some of them are also new faces. Now, at the outset, it is my duty to express my sincere thanks to Professor D.P. Singh, who has made this program excellent. he is the architect of this program. He thought that the new generations should know, or rather must know, the contributions of geographers in India who have been contributed or who had contributed a lot in making this subject a very purposeful for the study in the discipline. And if those people who have contributed should not be brought in the modern geographers, the new generation will forget the contributions of the old geography. I congratulate DP Singh for this kind of active and purposeful managing this program. Madam, I have accepted to chair this session because of two main reasons. One is that I was appointed as lecturer in the Department of Geography, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi, when Professor Qazi Mohammad Ahmad was the head of the department. This is one. And secondly, Professor Mary Tahir, who was our student as well as became a very nice faculty member, a very good researcher, so that I thought that it will give me an opportunity to know more and more about Professor Qazi Sahab, because his student as well as his colleague is going to speak about Professor Qazi So these are the two main reasons I became, I accepted this invitation of Professor D.P. Singh to chair this session. I have heard Professor Arif Ali, who is not a geographer, professor from program. The program is very good, and I learned a lot about Professor Qazi. I also would like to add few things which will be repetitive, you can say. Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad, as Professor Mary Tahir has already pointed out, that he started all alone the department, but he was continuously striving for the expansion of the department, and he added more than 10 persons during his tenure as head of the department in the Department of Geography. He all alone nurtured the department in such a way that all faculty members in the department were very close to each other, and they never found that Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad is the head of the department. They all thought that it is a family type of gathering in the department. He was such a nice person, looking after all problems of his colleagues, whether it is social problem, economic problem, as well as the academic problem. He was a versatile person. He was not only confined to the Department of Geography, rather, he was a man of the university. We call it he was a kingmaker of the university. When he became the dean of science faculty, he has a credit to start, as Arif Sahib already told. He has established the Department of Faculty of Science and Technology and Science and Technology. He has started the Department of Bioscience. He has a credit to start the Faculty of Law. He has a credit to start the Faculty of Commerce, etc., etc. So we call him that he is not confined to the Department of Geography, rather he is a professor of the university looking after all the departments. So he was such a nice and great person. Professor Qazi Sahab became one of the great Masiha for those, especially the surrounding areas of the university. Mewat is one of the examples where even today the lowest literacy rate is found. He used to go to Mewat and he used to talk to the parents of the students to send their children to the university for education. And in the Western UP also, he used to go to village, town to town, and convince the people for sending their children to Jamia Millia Islamia, because during early phase of Jamia, it was a very small institution. So one can say that it is because of his sincere efforts the university has seen a large number of students, or the growth of the university, one can say. Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad is very kind to his students. He used to help all the students. He used to listen the problems of the students. Today we call it, we have a slogan, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The Qazi Muhammad Ahmad was champion of this slogan 30 years before. He used to take special care of the girls' education. He made it point that there should be one separate hostel for the girls in Jamia Millia Islamia. So it was his contribution to the girls' education in Jamia Millia Islamia. I salute him. I salute his courage to take all steps, even as Professor Mary has pointed out. He was the single person in Jamia Millia Islamia who looked the problems of the students coming from Jammu Kashmir because of the terror attack in those regions. He was able to convince the Vice Chancellor that over and above, the Kashmiri students should be given admission and a separate hostel. His house was spared for the students are coming from outside, especially the girl student coming from outside to the university. He was a great person. In the last, we can say that he was a noble person, kind-hearted person, and he was looking after all the problems of the university and the department. There he saw that there is a department of geography in Delhi University. There is a department of geography in Jawaharlal Nehru University known as Center for the Study of Regional Development. He thought in which way he should take the department so that Department of Geography Jamia should be known outside of the country also, not to the country, across the country as well outside of the country. He came out with an idea that we should start a diploma in cartography, because there is no department in North India, or rather India, that there is a separate diploma course in cartography. So he thought, his mind was very active. He was thinking that while students completing the diploma in cartography, student will get a job. So this idea it came in his mind, and he started diploma in cartography. And after that, he improved or he added another diploma course that was called remote sensing. So in entire North India, these were the two exclusive diploma courses. Now no university had except Jamia Millia Islamia. And madam, you will be happy to know that those students who have completed these two courses, the employability of those students were at 100%. It was a great achievement of Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad and a great contribution to the students of the geography. I salute him once again, and I hope that this platform of the geographers will certainly understand the contributions which he made in the department. Today, the department is well known, not only in India, outside also. You will be happy to know, madam, that one faculty today is categorized at 2% of the scientists in the world, that is Professor Atif Rahman, who is one of the faculty members in the Department of Geography. So whatever the base the Qazi Sahib has made for us, the department is growing day by day, and you would be happy to know that today we are having 16 faculty in the department, plus 10 non-teaching staff members. So it is the vision of the Qazi Sahab that the University Geography Department of Jamia is growing day by day. I stop here. Once again, I thank you very much that you have given me the time, rather Professor TP Singh has given me this opportunity to share this session, and thank you very much, madam.
Thank you so much, Professor Mohammad Ishtiaq, sir, for chairing the session as president of the session, and for your outstanding presidential note on this occasion. Uh, what you said is very right. He was the strong pillar for girls' education, and I have met Qazi sir. I was too small. I was a student at that time, but he had visited, I think, a number of occasions at Department of Geography, Mumbai University. But this platform has really revealed a lot of different facets of Qazi sir. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You have also given many more points that will be added into his biography. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing this event. Please keep us blessed to give our best to this platform. Thanks a lot. We also have our senior most professor here.
1 minute, I would like,
Dr.
ma'am, Professor Irfan, Qazi sir's cousin, is also online. He would be joining. Professor Irfan.
Okay, please.
Professor Irfan, Qazi sir's cousin. I have been told that he is also joined. Professor Irfan.
Professor Irfan, sir, please.
I think, ma'am, you carry on. I think it's okay. I think he'll be coming later on. It's okay, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption. Ma'am, you carry on.
Mary, after the presidential speech, I don't think there is any need to ask anyone to speak because presidential speech is the last one.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I would now invite Dr. Devendra Singh, sir, to intercessor of the session, to please announce any further programs. Dr. DP Singh, sir, please.
Thank you, madam, very much. And once again, respect to all the senior geographers and colleagues from various parts of the country and also from outside. We have some important announcements. Firstly, I have to announce that on the 15th of June this year, we are going to organize our 62nd episode, and it will be devoted to one very senior professor, Professor P.S. Tiwari of Chennai, and Professor and Dr. Chattopadhyay from Kerala will be speaking on Professor Tiwari. Secondly, we are going to complete the 4 years of our journey of this online lecture series on the 27th of June this year. and we have to organize a special episode on the 27th of June this year, which will the 5th anniversary of our journey. And that will be a program that will and a special